Good evening and welcome to Caffe Lena. Thanks for watching this live stream production from Saratoga Springs, New York. These live streams are made possible by the generous support of the Sarah B. Folk Charitable Fund and by our community of subscribers. Special thanks to our Virtuoso level subscribers and lifetime Caffe Lena members. By buying a ticket for this performance, you're supporting independent music and the mission of our historic nonprofit venue. Enjoy your front row seats for this show, live from Caffe Lena.
try that again. Hi, everybody. Hey! Let's pretend we're hundreds. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming out to season 2 of Lena Go Round here. I say the same thing every time that we have such an amazing lineup. That's, because I get to pick it. But I'm truly excited about this night and to share this lineup with you. And as always, as the narcissist, I go first. So thank you very much for coming out. I really, really appreciate it. And let's just get started, shall we? Am I in tune? Does that sound in tune? Close enough? You're the girl who runs in the morning when I can't see you. Oh, you can't just run away. I recognize you by your sneakers and your colorful bandana. I make sure to wear a different one every day. Then who am I to justify doing what I want? Is a matter of survival, matter of fact. You can never say I told you so, never see me with you. To know I'm the last one to think and believe that. You must not know just how special I am, how thick is my skin really. And go like a ball, you come and go back again, and you think by then I prefer to see clearly. And I wanna hate you, 'cause loving you isn't doing anything for me. I wanna strike you sometimes, extending my arms any other way is the receipt. I want to know better, but I'm holding on to better times and praying for their return. I want to dance in your fire, admire the warmth and the color and pretend it doesn't burn. Then who am I to justify doing what I want? It's a matter of survival, matter of fact. You can never say I told you so. You're the last one to know, and I'm the last one to think and believe that. You must not know just how special I am, how thick is my skin really. Come and go like a fog, you come and go back again, and you think by then I prefer to see clearly. My hands look more and more like my mom's everyday life, like they were built that way. Quick thought among the auto, run and catch that boy. She said, not today. What's easier said than done shouldn't always get done, and it's easy to seem tough. No one ever calls your bluff. I'd watch you pay off and appreciate she's thinking on good thoughts are released, thinking of herself enough. Well, then who am I to justify doing what I want? No matter how matter of fact. She will never say I told you so. Just as long as when it happens I will never ever say it back. And you must not know how special I am, how thick is my skin really. Come and go like a bug, you come and go back again, and you think by then I prefer to see clearly. And you must not know how special I am, how thick is my Why think really and you'll come and go like a fog, go and come back again. You'll see by then I prefer to see clearly. Thank you so much. So that was an old song of mine. I did say that I would try to do something new for tonight. And I have some newer stuff, but nothing brand new because I don't know if any of you have heard I started a new job the past couple of weeks. And thanks. And I knew that I was starting the job when I promised a new song, but then I went out of the country and I got food poisoning on the way back, and it's been a fun week. I'm not going to spare you the story because it's not poetic or lyric worthy, but so maybe you guys have just forgotten the other new ones that I'll do, and it'll seem new to you, and we'll go from there. Okay. Anyway, so this first performer, I again so excited just because I don't have a thesaurus, so I'll just say that I'm excited. I've known John for quite some time. We couldn't seem to figure out where exactly we met or when we met, but you know, we kind of came up a little bit around the same time in the scene. What's that? There are reasons. I had him on the podcast and we were talking about it. There's also a reason I'm wearing a John Broder shirt is because while John plays, he and his group go by Bird Streets, and I kept dead naming him on the podcast, and I said that I would wear a John Broder shirt, and he said, go ahead, and forgetting that I had the way to make shirts. I made one because I put my money where my mouth is. So I knew of John before I actually met and talked to John, and John, and I mean this as the highest compliment, he always seemed so cool to me that I convinced myself there was no way he could like me. And so I was probably extra weird to you, and not that either one of us remember that, but I would be like, oh, no, there's no way. And then
I was just as weird.
All right, then, see? But it's funny how we convince ourselves of things. And then I think we got to share the stage together with the Sense Offenders. I went back and checked our archives, and I got up and sang with them. And we had a fun back and forth in that message. He's moved to the city, and a lot of people are like, look me up when you're in the city, and then they're busy. And he always finds time, and we always get together, and it means the world to me. And I feel like we've become better friends every day, and I appreciate that so much. And I love that you came all the way up here to play this show with us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being had. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, John Broder.
You can call me Mr. Streets if you want. This is a song off the latest Bird Streets record called Let You Down. Tried to call your bluff, but you weren't joking. What was I smoking? Turned our world upside down. You just wanted me to say I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Can we get back together now? I'm spent, it's like running in wet cement, and the messages I sent were refused. Baby, I'm confused. Well, I don't want to let you go, but I don't want to let you down. And I don't know how. Well, I don't want to let you go, but I don't want to let you down. And I don't know how to let go. On my screen and I'm just shattered, but it don't matter now that you're not around. Positivity will only get me so far, and it's a pretty low bar when I'm positively drowned in tears, confirming my biggest fears. And I'm looking in the rearview mirror stoned. Baby, please come home. Well, I don't want to let you go, but I don't want to let you down. And I don't know how. Well, I don't want to let you go, but I don't want to let you down. And I don't know how to let go. I was acting in self-defense, but in my experience I was wrong. I don't want to let you go, but I don't want to let you down. And I don't know how. Well, I don't want to let you go, but I don't want to let you down. And I don't know how to let go. I don't want to let you go, but I don't want to let you down. And I don't know how. Yeah. Well, I don't want to let you go, but I don't want to let you down, down, down. Thank you.
Mr. Streets. Our next performer, I have mentioned multiple times about my obsession with Richard Thompson and how I've gotten to go to his songwriting retreat called Frets and Refrains. And, oh, we know some, okay. We'll talk later. But the best part about it is that you see all different levels of musicianship at these things. There's enthusiasts, there's professionals, and everything in between. And everybody gets up and plays during open mic 2 of the nights of that week. And I'm always really like blown away by the people that, because people tend to be a little shy at camp, you know, and they get the camp jitters. Brian Thomas. And you get a little nervous sometimes, and then all of a sudden you see them with their guitar, and it's like, oh my, who is this person, you know? And so during this open mic, I was paying attention, half paying attention, chatting in the back, and I heard this voice, and I just shut everything else out and moved as close to the stage as I could to hear. And I was brought up, you know, on the 90s folk Lilith Fair kind of thing, and I adore that music, and I got that same vibe from this wonderful young woman. And I mean, I was probably very intense when she got off stage. I was like, what is your last name again? Where can I find your? And I like pull out my phone. She goes, I'm not on there at all. And I'm like, all right, well, how about you just come to Saratoga and play for me live then? And she agreed to do that. So hopefully next we'll be having tons of recordings and all different ways that you can hear her stuff right now. But this is being live streamed, so you can get that when you get home and play the songs on repeat if you want to do that too, because you're going to want to. It's going to be in your head. You're going to love it. Please give a nice big round of applause to Kayla Phillips, everybody.
Thank you so much. Okay. This is a song called Daisy. She told a memory I'm not in. Presented it nicely like it all made sense. I'm losing my keys and co-ownership. Let's all imagine now I'm the first one out. Let's all gather round. Should have kept things to myself. Oh. Collapsed on a table to take a breath. Stretched out my hands to see if that made sense. And I'm steady on the incline. Steadying my feet on the dotted line. Let's all imagine now I'm the last one out. Let's all gather round. Should have kept things to myself. Oh, oh, oh. Do you think I'm entitled to a strong position? Something to hang on to, bubble centered on the floor. Move my place to feel it all. Do you think I'm entitled to a strong position? Something to hang on to, bubble centered on the floor. Move my place to feel it all. 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 Move my place and feel it all.
Kayla Phillips.
Thank you.
Was I right? And then this guy, you know, can you imagine? No, obviously, Michael Eck. I've known Michael Eck for a very long time. One of the very first gigs that I got to play in Albany was at the Borders bookstore. Mike had a similar thing like this, and I was very young. I didn't know anybody yet. I don't know how I got the gig, probably Caroline or something, but didn't know him, he didn't know me, and all I remember was I sat next to him and I looked down and he had duct tape on his shoe. And I'm like, who the fuck's this guy, right? And then he started to play, and I was like, okay, all right, fair enough, you know, and I was so nervous, and I was just excited I felt like even though there were, you know, steam milk sounds throughout all the most important parts of my songs, yeah, it was just, I still knew that this was a turning point for me, and but just meeting you was a turning point, and I love having known you for all of this time and continuing to get to know you better and better each day. And it's taken us 20 years, but here we are finally sharing the stage again, and there's no lattes being made. So I'm extra super duper looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Eck.
Thank you. I've got no duct tape on my shoes tonight, but I do have an Erin Harkes made t-shirt on, so give me some love for that. So in April, I put out a new record, my 6th album called Fermata. I did a release party here. Thank you. This first song I'm going to do, not this next song after these guys, wonderful songs. How about another round for these guys? Yeah. In another time, when we released physical products and stuff, this would have been called the lead track on the record. My good buddy Roseanne Ranieri sang on it, and tonight we're going to strong-arm the host into singing with us on this tonight. So this song was written, we were talking backstage. It's not a show unless the musicians say, we were talking backstage. But as Erin mentioned with Frets and Refrains, we were talking about various song workshops and classes and groups we're in, and this came out of a workshop with the great songwriter Gretchen Peters. That was an online workshop through the Caffe Lena School of Music. And as a longtime board member at the Cafe, I can't say enough good things about the School of Music. I think it's one of the greatest things we do here. So this song, the prompt was write a song to your younger self, and it's called The Deep End. The deep end is where you want to be. Go to the deep end. The blue will hide your tears. Let them flow. The shallow water holds no mystery. If the deep end is where you want to be, just go. If your knees shake, let them shake. If your eyes well, let them well. If your friends stand and jeer, let them go to hell. The deep end is where you want to be. The pool holds out its hands, soft as the sea. Go to the deep end. Shed your skin. You will finally know. Swim, swim, shred your history. If the deep end is where you want to be, just go. If your knees shake, let them shake. If your eyes well, let them well. If your friends stand and jeer, let them go to hell. The deep end is where you want to be. If your knees shake, let them shake. If your eyes well, let them well. If your friends stand and jeer, let them go to hell. The deep end is where you want to be. The deep end is where you want to be. The deep end is where you want to be. Erin Harkes.
Michael F. Yes, I did make